Hey y'all, this is Amy O, and I am a Texas photographer, screenwriter, pet mama, full-time RVer, and doTERRA wellness advocate. My website is OilsWithAmyO.com, and I'm here to talk with you today. It's the first in a series that I'm going to be doing every Wednesday evening, Wednesday wellness web chats. And so anyway, today is the first topic, and I just want to take a moment to thank you so much for your time, for watching this video. I hope you find it helpful, I hope you find it useful, and I hope you find some value in it. I'm going to be discussing, again, the sample trio, and if you know me and you're in the San Antonio area, you may have gotten the little sample kit. I may have mailed it to you, but it's got peppermint, melaleuca, and lavender. Melaleuca is actually tea tree oil, another name for tea tree oil. So anyway, I'm going to talk with you about the 3 oils that are in this kit and their benefits. And first of all, I just want to give a really quick disclaimer. And sorry, I've got my index cards. If you know me well, you know I'm a color-coded, color-coordinated kind of person. And so I just want to very quickly read a disclaimer from my website. The information provided, or that I'm providing to you in this web chat, is not intended to diagnose or treat any diseases, but rather to provide information and self-empowerment for natural alternatives. Please consult your doctor or wellness professional regarding specific concerns relating to your individual health needs and concerns. So I just want to get that out of the way right off the bat. So yeah, let me get back to my cards. What we're doing today is we are going to be talking about the 3 oils, and I want to start off really quickly by telling you about how I got my introduction to doTERRA. And for that, I'm going to grab my book. Sophie Darla's laying on it over here, and this is my book. I carry it with me everywhere. It's called The Essential Life, and it was actually a gift from my coach Jamie when I joined doTERRA and got my enrollment kit. And I was actually introduced to doTERRA about, a year and a half ago. It was December of 2015, and my rescue dog, Sophie Darla, had jumped off the couch and injured her back. She's kind of a corgi mix of everything, but she's got that long, round shape with really short legs. And when she jumped off the couch, she hurt her back. She injured her back. And it was a Saturday morning. I was in Port Aransas. There were no vet offices opened on the island, so I had to rush 45 minutes. My dog, who never speaks, was crying out in pain and just whimpering the whole way. When we got there, I was, of course, worried and concerned and just unsure of what was going on. And then when they took the x-rays, they found buckshot and air pellets in her back from her life before I adopted her. And so then I, tied in all of the emotions I was already feeling. I added anger, and I was furious. Who would shoot at this sweet dog? And so by the time I got home really late that night, I was so tired. I was just a mess. And the next morning, a friend of mine, who's also a solo lady RVer, approached me, and when she saw how messed up I was a mess. And she said, "Why don't you try this balance?" And so she gave me a bottle of balance, and I tried it. From the moment I opened the bottle and took smelled it, there's just something about this blend that automatically I just felt it. It's called the grounding blend, and for a good reason. It really calmed me down. It allowed my mind to be quiet, so I could think and figure out what was the plan, what were we doing, how was I going to keep her comfortable during this time when she had to recuperate. So I was, from the moment I smelled this, I knew there was something very special about it. And then later I tried the doTERRA, the lavender, and I used that regularly, for kind of a restful blend. But those were the only 2 oils that I knew about, and I didn't really even know how to really use them other than just, smelling them or, putting them on my pillow at nighttime. So jump forward to July of this year, and I had been following several doTERRA wellness advocates on Instagram, and they would post, how to, this diffuser blend or that diffuser blend, or how to, with just some different oils, but it was just like I never connected like to try to learn more. And then Jamie had posted a particular post that just appealed to me, and I thought, you know, I want to learn more about this. I want to learn how to have, you know, get these chemicals out of my house, and I want to learn how to use these oils for mood management and the health benefits and all the wellness positive benefits that go with them. So that was how I got sort of reintroduced to doTERRA. So that's where I am now. And the first oil that we're going to look in this blend is peppermint, and here's the peppermint oil. Peppermint. So I will reference my handy little book over here because it's got all kinds of helpful information in it. So peppermint is, there are 3 ways to use oils, and this is what I've learned. There are 3 ways to use oils. There's aromatically, which is what I had known was you kind of smelling it, but there's also topically, putting it on the skin, and internally. Now, not all oils can be used all 3 ways, but for what we're talking about today, these can. And the first one we're going to use is this peppermint. I don't think I showed it to you before, but anyway, here's this peppermint. And aroma, you know, using it aromatically, it's an uplifting. It's you know, it's peppermint. It pops, and it can be put in the diffuser. And I actually have here's a little diffuser that I have in it, cute. This is the little petal diffuser, and they also have I have this one running actually over here with balance in it, but this is the Aroma Light. So I've got the 2 diffusers, the little round one I use in my bedroom, and the bigger one I use here in the wider area of the RV. But peppermint can be used the 3 ways. So again, you can smell it, you can diffuse it, but topically what you can also do is you can put a drop in your hands and then rub your hands together and cup your hands like so, and then breathe in. And when you breathe in, you can feel all that peppermint going into down your throat and into your lungs. It's a really wonderful, invigorating feeling. The main thing I use peppermint for is when I feel a headache coming on, whether it's tension or right now with the seasons changing, there's a lot of kind of allergy related headache that I'm getting. And so anytime I can feel one coming on, or if I wake up and I've got one, I grab my peppermint and I put the drop in my hand, and I'll smell it and take deep breath with it. And almost instantly I can start telling where my headache starts to subside. I know everybody's a little different, but I mean, this is one of its top uses that it has here in the book. Right here at the top says headaches and migraines. And that's really what I find one of the biggest benefits for. It's also good for upset tummy, kind of indigestion, or just when your stomach's kind of messed up. And again, you can use it topically by putting a couple of drops on your palm and then rubbing it directly on your belly clockwise. You can also, if you'd like, you can dilute it with a little bit of fractured coconut oil. And fractured just means that it is constantly at room temperature. If you use coconut oil, if it gets cool, if it gets below, I think it's 72 degrees, it turns solid. The fractured just means it will stay liquid at any temperature. So you can put the peppermint on and rub it on your tummy, and that helps. Let me see, so, because I got some notes over here. You can also take it and rub it on the back of your neck, like so. That's really a good feeling for headaches or tension. Kind of rub it up the base of your skull. It's good. Peppermint is, I've not used it for this, but I've heard a lot of people say that, like, when they or their children have fever, that you can rub it on up and down the back of the spine, and it helps fever. Again, you'd want to maybe do like a little spot test ahead of time to make sure everybody's skin is okay with this. There are some people out there who have, super sensitive skin. So if that's the case, you would just want to dilute it with fractured coconut oil. And actually, I was going to see if I have it right here. They do make a touch, and that means it's a roller ball, and it's already pre-diluted with the coconut oil. Hang on. Oh, I do. It's over on this side. I'm going to grab it. Hang on just a second. All right, so here's the peppermint touch. And so like I said, that's one that it can be just, you know, roll on the back of the neck, roll up here on the temples, make sure you don't get it in your eyes, roll it kind of up here on your temples, roll it up and down, you know, your spine, or if you've got, you know, a child, to rub it down. Since it's pre-diluted, it should be okay. But again, just do a spot test, and just remember that with peppermint, it's kind of an icy hot feeling. So you don't want to do too much. 1 or 2 drops is usually enough. And it's sort of like when you take vitamins. If you were just to go and take a ton of vitamin C, your body can't use all that, so it's just going to flush it out. It can't retain all that. And the oils have it's kind of similar with that. So you don't want to use too much because it's not going to up the power of it. These are powerful little drops as it is. And actually in this 15 milliliter bottle, there are about 250 drops. And again, these drops are very potent, very powerful. So just use it with care. Use it with care. The third way to use peppermint and oils, there it is internally. So sometimes in the evenings, if I'm having my cup of tea and I'm kind of like, oh, my stomach's a little upset, or maybe I ate too much at dinner, I can just go and put a drop in my cup of tea, and the peppermint is soothing with that. You can also put it in hot chocolate, so I can't wait for it to get cold so I can put some, you know, put a drop in hot chocolate. Add a little pizzazz. You can add pizzazz to brownies, making brownie mix, add a drop of peppermint to your brownie mix, or sugar cookies. That's going to be great for the upcoming holiday season. And so again, those are the 3 ways. There's many other uses for peppermint. This is just kind of a quick overview, but again, the 3 ways to use it: aromatically, topically, and internally. And so that is peppermint. The next oil we're going to talk about is melaleuca. Melaleuca, also known as tea tree oil. And I'm going to go to my handy little book here with the green tab. Melaleuca is actually really good for cuts and scrapes. You can put it directly on the skin, topically. Jumping to aromatically, some people will diffuse to purify the air. I've got cats, and just FYI, very important, if you've got cats, please be very careful with melaleuca around cats. Their bodies apparently cannot detox the melaleuca, and so it's harmful to them. So be very careful. I don't diffuse it in my house, but if you have or in my RV, but if you have a house and you want to maybe diffuse it in the kitchen, or you want to diffuse it in the bathroom, just make sure that, you know, kitty or kitties have somewhere else to go away from the smell, because they'll probably want to exit the room. So make sure that they've got, you know, somewhere to go. Don't diffuse this in the kitty litter box room. There are other oils that you can use around them that are going to be much safer and better. If you don't have cats, don't worry about it. Again, this is it's an antiseptic, antibacterial, antifungal, and antiparasitic, which means that this is often used people with small children who are going to preschool or kindergarten, elementary school, and there's a way you can make a spray against lice, and there's a spray like you can use for prevention or for treatment, and both of them are easier on the child than using some of the over-the-counter stuff that's got it's got poisons in it. So it's a more natural way to you know, a more natural alternative for that. It's good for sore throat. If you take some, put it in some water, warm water, and gargle, and then spit it out. It's good for sore throat, canker sores, ear infections. If you have a child, maybe, or if you have a, your ear starts hurting, or swimmer's ear, you can go and take the melaleuca and put it on a cotton ball, and then put the cotton ball in your ear. Don't put a drop in your ear. It's not good. It's too powerful for that. But if you put a drop on a cotton ball and put it in your ear, the fumes from it, it will naturally help the area. Or you can also take and put a drop and just rub it, right around the outside of the ear, the front and back of the ear, and that helps for ear infections, or earaches. That's a better word for earaches. Cavities and gum disease. You can go, again, take this, swish it around your mouth. It does not have a really pleasant taste, I'm gonna admit. I mean, it's like no, but you can make your own mouthwash, and it's more cost effective than what you buy over the counter. So you would go and take a 16-ounce glass. Don't use plastic, because the oils can oftentimes break down the plastic, so you want to be sure and use glass, but just use like a 16-ounce glass a 16-ounce glass jar that has a lid on it, and do like 10 drops of Melaleuca, and then 10 to 15 drops of peppermint, kind of to taste, and then fill the rest up with water. Put the lid on it, shake it up, and there's your mouthwash. Both oils are really good for oral health, for fighting against cavities, for helping your mouth fight gum disease. And just take that and swish it around really good all around your mouth after you brush your teeth, and then spit it out. And that's another way to kind of you make it naturally yourself versus buying whatever's in the over-the-counter stuff at the store. You're probably saving money too, because you're just using a few drops of each one. So that is Melaleuca. And the third oil, it's actually, again, one of my favorites, lavender. Here it is in the book. First thing it has in the book is sleep issues. So lavender, can't say enough about lavender. It's just one of my favorites. It promotes restful sleep. Aromatically, I diffuse it, and like I said, this one's in my bedroom, and at nighttime I diffuse lavender, and there's another blend that I'll sometimes mix with it, but even if it's just straight lavender, it's good. It just creates a calm, restful, peaceful environment. Topically, I will put it on my hands, and again, rub it on my neck. I like to take the lavender and run it through my hair. Another way to use this aromatically is if I'm taking a night shower, I will go and put a drop at the back of the shower where the water's not really hitting on it, but just as that hot steam starts, it makes like a spa-like environment. And I think that's why I love it so much, because when you go to get a massage, it always smells like lavender there. So I love lavender. Some other ways to use lavender, it's apparently good for sunburns and burns. If you a child touches the stove, or maybe you burn yourself on a curling iron or the iron, you can go and take lavender and put it on there. It's soothing. It's good for, it says it's good for allergies and hay fever. Again, peppermint's more my go-to. I feel like peppermint does a better job for me, but lavender is also, can also be used to help with sinuses, runny nose, that kind of thing. Bug bites. For mosquito bites, I like to use just plain salt, and I'll put salt in my hand, and then take a little bit, like this, and just put it on the mosquito bite. But you can also use lavender, and even if it's some other kind of bug, you can do lavender, and that helps. Some of the other ways you can use, lavender's good for obviously relieving stress, anxiety, and teeth grinding. You can kind of rub it on your jaws right here at night. If you grind your teeth, it's it's helpful for that too. So let's see some of the other ways. With my diffuser so I can scroll down just a second. Some of the other ways that lavender can be used. Let's see, what have I left out? Put on my pillow at night. Run through my hair. Evening tea. If I'm just kind of looking like to really relax, and I've got my evening tea, I can add a drop of lavender to it. That's really nice. And my coach and her husband talked about, they make homemade lemonade, and then they'll go and put a drop of lavender in their homemade lemonade. I mean, I know it's still hot down here in the fall. In October, we're still 80 degrees, 85 degrees. But to be sitting out on a back porch in the evenings with that lemonade with that little bit of lavender hint in it, and it's just a relaxing evening as the sun goes down. I mean, that's just a peaceful thought. So, yeah, lavender is one of my favorites. So, those are the 3 oils that are in the sample pack. And one of the things I wanted to mention is if for those of you who are in San Antonio, if you would like to have a party during the month of October, I'm going to be here through October. Port Aransas is still working on rebuilding, and they're doing an amazing job down there, but it's just not ready for us to go down there just yet. So I'm going to be here, and I would love to have a party at your home. And in doing so, as a hostess gift or a host gift, because you know these oils work just as well for gentlemen as they do for ladies, for boys just as much as girls. So anyway, this is just a little keychain holder that's got 8 oils in it, and this would be my gift to you for hosting a party in your home and inviting your family and friends to join us. And we can call it a class, we can call it a party, we can do a sip and sniff with some adult beverages. We can do a make and take where all of your guests would get to make we do a project, a do-it-yourself project, whether it's food or an all-natural home product. Whatever we want to do, we can customize it to what you think your family and friends would enjoy the most. As far as my oils that I have in here, I've got Balance, Breathe, that's a blend. There's my lavender, my bergamot. I'm trying to read these. Digest Zen, that's a digestive one. that comes in handy. Lemon, I like to put that in my morning warm water. I just add a drop of lemon to it to kind of get my day started before I drink a cup of coffee. Peppermint, and then On Guard. On Guard's a protective blend. And if if we do a party at your home and you get this, you get to pick out what 8 oils you want to carry around based on what I've got in my collection. And I'm really building up a super collection of a wide variety of oils that you would get to choose from. It's a little heavy for my keychain, so I actually put it on my purse, but it goes with me everywhere. And so if I'm out and I'm feeling a headache, I can grab my peppermint. If I've eaten too much out with friends, I can grab my Digestin. This is a really cute idea, and when I got it, I just thought, man, this would be really neat to have as hostess gifts or host gifts. So anyway, comment or send me a private message. If you've got my phone number, you can text me and say, hey, get me on the schedule for October, and we'll get you on the calendar and set up a party or a class. The other thing I wanted to mention too, let's say you're not in San Antonio, or you just want to know, how do I get the oils? I'm curious. I want to know. There are 3 ways to get the oils, and I'm going to touch briefly on them. But the first one is retail, just plain, shop, fill up your shopping cart, check out, and you pay the retail price. There's also a wholesale membership, which is kind of like Costco. It's a $35 annual fee. It's good for the whole year. There's no minimum requirements to purchase. You can use it once or twice, or every week if you want, whatever you want. I've got a Costco card in my purse right now that I finally used it for the 2nd time this year, and I've had it, it's like 8 months, and I've only used it twice. But again, you don't have to have a minimum purchase. You can use it when you want, but it's there when you want. But what we found is when I'm doing these classes, some people are like, yeah, I'd like these 3 or 4 oils, and when we add it up, it is more cost effective for them to go ahead and get the membership, because that membership is 25% off retail price, and that adds up. And so they'll go ahead and do the $35 membership fee and be paying less with that membership fee than they were if they were just buying it straight retail. So it's whatever you want to do. The wholesale membership, when it renews for the 2nd year, it's only $25, and then they also send you for that 2nd year and beyond, they send you a bottle of peppermint, which pretty much offsets the cost, because retail, this is like $27. And so when you're paying a $25 renewal membership and you're getting this for free, or as part of the promotion, it offsets it. So and another way the 3rd way to get the oils is by doing an enrollment kit, and those start off at $150, and it's got one of the kits has 8 oils and the little diffuser with it. Some people say that the membership fee is waived Others say that the membership fee is included, but regardless, it's not on top of. This is, the enrollment kit has that membership built into it. And so then you can continue for that full year of getting wholesale prices. And if you do decide to do the membership kit, the enrollment kit, it starts off at $150. That's got the 8 little oils, and they're the smaller bottles. It's the 5 milliliter bottles and the diffuser. There's another kit that's got the 10 full size, and it's got the 3 that I talked about today, plus lemon and On Guard and some others, plus the little round diffuser. And I think it's so cute. I just love that little diffuser. But what I will do is, if you use an enrollment kit, if you enroll through me, I will get this book for you. I will buy this book for you and ship it to your home, so that way you can flip through it and you can see, again, this has every oil doTERRA makes, every blend, and then towards the back it starts getting into conditions like allergies, and it's got recipes, it's got pain and inflammation, it's got some things to counter pain and inflammation, it's got food recipes, snacks, and I turned to a really yummy one. But yeah, it's got a wealth of information, and it's got household product, how to make household products like, cleaners, mildew, inhibitors, and just using your oils in everyday products like vinegar or apple cider vinegar and, distilled water. It's just very easy things to make, to where you would be replacing, what you're already spending on chemicals that you buy at the store. Instead of spending that money on those products, you would be redirecting it to more healthy, natural options and getting the same results. So anyway, those are the 3 different ways. And if you decide to do either the wholesale or the enrollment kit, I really encourage you, please reach out to me, let me know you're doing it, because I would love to visit with you about what you're getting and make sure it's exactly what you think you're getting. And definitely, if you're doing the enrollment kit through me, let me know so I can go ahead and get this ordered for you and get it shipped to you right away, because this will tell you how to use your oils so much more than this 30-minute web chat can. So it lets you know which oils are safe to use topically, which ones are not safe to use topically. There's a checklist in there, which ones can take internally. So anyway, it's got a wealth of information, and I would love to share this book with you. And I encourage you to go to my website, OilsWithAmyO.com, and on the website, in the middle section, there's one that says order and a slash and reorder, and there's a link for retail, there is a link for wholesale, there is a link for the product guide. And let me see if I can get to this very quickly. The product guide, it's this book right here, and it just lists all the products, and that's the lady with the beauty mask on. Anyway, it just lists all the oils, all the products. These are the On Guard. It's got the concentrated cleaner, the laundry detergent, the foaming hand wash, the toothpaste. I love the On Guard toothpaste. Oh, it's really good. It's got the supplements. It talks about the different kind of wellness supplements that that doTERRA offers, the probiotic, the digestive enzymes. It's just, this is also on my website, where you can just click and look at it at a PDF, and you open it up, and when you turn the page, it goes whoosh, like you're really turning a page. Whoosh. So you're welcome to flip through that as well. And then towards the bottom of the page, it does talk about the enrollment kits, and click on that. And when you click on it, you may notice where it says Chinese and Spanish. If it doesn't have any words, like if it just says, Home Essentials, enrollment kit, Home Essentials, when it doesn't have anything after it, that means it's in English. But unless you speak Spanish or Chinese, you probably don't want to get the Spanish or Chinese one. You want to get the English one. So be sure whenever you're ordering, and like I said, I would love to be able to walk you through these steps to make sure that you're getting exactly what it is you think you're getting. And that way I can follow up with you when your kit gets there and your book gets there, to say, here are the oils that you got. Let's go over these. Let's just take 30 minutes on a Saturday, or one evening or something, and let's just go over the oils and make sure answer any questions you may have. Make sure you know how to fully utilize, because there are so many ways, so many benefits from these oils. So again, thank you so much for your time. My little slogan, say yes, say yes to a healthier home, say yes to wellness and doing things to promote wellness in your life and personal development. And if you're looking for a way to bring in supplemental income, whether it's just to add to what your day job is, you may absolutely love your day job and you don't want to change that, and that's fine. This could be an extra stream of income if that's what you want, or stay-at-home moms who are looking for kind of a way to again, bring in to help with the family budget. There's no pressure, no sales, and we're all a team. There's no territories, there's no competition. We all help each other, and that's what I love about doTERRA. We all help each other, and by helping each other, we lift each other up, and we lift each other up to success and greatness. And it's just a beautiful spirit of camaraderie and support throughout the entire company. So they do a lot of amazing things, but that's a topic for another day. Speaking of, next Wednesday, the topic will be my story that has to do, again, with Sophie Darla and her injury. And then also in the past 2 weeks, you may be familiar, I've been going through some pretty critical issues with my rescue cat, Dodger. And I want to share with you the oils that I use during, those times. And just any times of chaos or, overwhelming, just stuff going on, because these oils have really helped in different ways, and I want to be able to share those different ways and kind of talk about the emotional aspect of how the oils can benefit our lives. So again, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I look forward to seeing you next evening, and I will hopefully get these where they're live so I can talk and we can chat and make it a little more interactive. But again, I appreciate your time. Thank you. Say yes. OilsWithAmyO.com, and have a great evening, and thank you again for your time. Thanks.